Alright, let's talk about some exciting news for all you Straw Hat fans. So, Netflix's super hype live-action, One Piece, series, Into the Grand Line, Season 2, dropped worldwide on March 10, 2026. All 8 episodes hit the platform at once, ready for you to binge. This season picks right up with Monkey D. Luffy and his Straw Hat crew as they finally brave their way into the legendary, and super dangerous, Grand Line. Get ready, because Season 2 is all about diving into brand new islands and meeting some seriously important characters straight from Eiichiro Oda's iconic manga. And yeah, it's totally riding high on the massive success of that first season, both with critics and fans. Remember the first season? It landed on August 31, 2023, and pretty much blew everyone away. People loved how true the source material and how awesome the performances were. It really cemented One Piece as a major player in the fantasy adventure world. This whole continuation just goes to show how much Netflix is committed to bringing this massive, One Piece, universe to life for fans all over the globe. Fans can totally expect a smooth ride as the crew moves from the East Blue right into the Grand Line. They're gonna face a ton of new challenges and come up against their first big bad guys in this way more dangerous ocean. This season is diving deep into some seriously important manga arcs, promising a really rich and detailed journey for the Straw Hats as they hunt for that legendary treasure and try to make Luffy the Pirate King. And get this, they've already renewed it for a 3rd season. That just shows how much confidence Netflix has in the show's long-term appeal and its potential to keep telling amazing stories. Alright, so Season 2, Into the Grand Line, is going to really dive deep into some major storylines from the original manga. We're talking Loguetown, Reverse Mountain, Whisky Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. All these arcs collectively are vital for the Straw Hats' growth, and they introduce us to the fundamental lore and all the dangers that come with the Grand Line. First up, in Loguetown, the crew makes their final preparations before officially heading into the Grand Line. This is where they actually run into some big names, like Captain Smoker from the Marines. Loguetown is also famously the spot where Gol D. Roger, the previous Pirate King, was executed. And get this, Luffy himself faces a near-death experience right there, symbolically tying his own journey to Roger's legendary past. After Loguetown, the Straw Hats navigate Reverse Mountain, which is this super unique entry point into the Grand Line. From there, they'll tackle the mysteries of Whisky Peak, which is also where they first clash with the Baroque Works organization. Now, exploring these islands isn't just about moving the main story forward, you know? It's also huge for deep character development, especially for the crew members we're already familiar with. They're grappling with increasingly tough moral choices and facing off against enemies far more powerful than anything they encountered back in the East Blue. Every single location throws unique challenges at them, pushing the Straw Hats to really hone their individual skills and solidify their teamwork. And trust me, that's absolutely crucial if they want to survive in the seriously treacherous Grand Line. Alright, so one of the main things about One Piece, Into the Grand Line, Season 2 is we're gonna see a whole bunch of new characters, and they're super important for how the story's gonna play out. And get this, one of the most anticipated newcomers is Tony Chopper, you know, the reindeer human doctor, and Mikaela Hoover is lending her voice to him. The season's also bringing in some major players from the tough as nails Baroque Works organization. That includes Joe Manganiello as the super sly Crocodile, who you might also know as Mr. Zero. Then there's Lera Abova, stepping into the role of Nico Robin. She's first introduced as Miss All Sunday, this super mysterious and brainy archaeologist. Charithra Chandran is our Vivi, who starts out as Miss Wednesday, a princess with a secret plan up her sleeve. And that's not all. We've got David Dastmalchian as the quirky Mr. 3, Jazara Jaslyn as Miss Valentine, and Camrus Johnson as Mr. 5. Shifting gears to the Marines, Callum Kerr is stepping in as the unrelenting Captain Smoker, and Julia Rehwald as his super loyal subordinate, Tashigi. Now, these new characters aren't just showing up for fun, they're absolutely vital to the Loguetown, Whisky Peak, and Drum Island story arcs. They're gonna seriously shake up the Straw Hats' journey, bringing in new allies and some seriously tough enemies, pushing the crew to their absolute limits and making the One Piece world even richer. Alright, so, One Piece, Into the Grand Line, Season 2 actually started shooting back in June 2024. They're filming mostly in South Africa, which is apparently perfect for those huge sets and all the varied scenery they need to really nail the vibrant world of the Grand Line. This time around, showrunners Matt Owens and Joe Trace are calling the shots creatively, especially since Steven Maeda stepped down after that first season. And here's the key, they've been working super closely with manga creator Eiichiro Oda on this whole adaptation process. He's got a big role as an executive producer and creative consultant, making sure the live-action series really sticks to the heart and story of his original work. Honestly, Oda's direct involvement is absolutely key to keeping everything authentic, and that's something many people credit for the first season's big success. And of course, the show is packed with extensive visual effects to bring those wild devil fruit powers, fantastical creatures, and epic naval battles to life right there on your screen. They're really pushing the boundaries of what a live-action adaptation can achieve. You can really see their commitment to top-notch production quality everywhere, from the super detailed set designs to the amazing costume work. Everything's been meticulously crafted to capture that distinctive, one-piece look, while still making it feel grounded and real for a live-action show. This whole careful balancing act is all about satisfying both the longtime fans of the manga and anime, and welcoming new viewers who are just discovering the Straw Hats' incredible adventure for the very first time. But hold on, it's not just about the next release. Netflix is already all in on the future of the One Piece live-action universe. And talk about a huge vote of confidence for the franchise. Netflix actually announced they'd greenlit a third season, due in August 2025, even before the second season had even come out. Production for Season 3 is already well underway down in Cape Town, South Africa, and they've got Ian Stokes joining Joe Trace as co-showrunner. Their big aim is to really speed up the release schedule, especially after that 2.5-year gap we had between Seasons 1 and 2. The third season, we're hearing, is set to dive into the super-anticipated Alabasta saga. Now, that's a massive fan-favorite storyline, famous for its huge scale, incredible emotional depth, and introducing some truly game-changing plot developments. This multi-season planning just goes to show you how absolutely massive Eiichiro Oda's original manga is. I mean, we're talking over 1,100 chapters here, with enough material to easily fill 12 to 14 live-action seasons. While the exact endgame for the live-action series is still a hot topic, creator Eiichiro Oda has actually hinted that he has a very specific arc in mind for its grand finale. But this kind of forward thinking means we're definitely in for a continuous, epic ride with the Straw Hat Pirates. Expect more grand adventures, even deeper character dives, and encounters with increasingly powerful forces as they sail closer and closer to that legendary One Piece treasure.